What do you call a group of friends, families, co-workers, and neighbors who work together to make our community a better place? Here in St. Charles Parish, we call them United Way.
All right, ready? Let's make it happen.
Successful partnerships. That's what makes your United Way of St. Charles so special.
I mentioned that I had the cancer and the chemo and that I wanted to live. And so that if I was accepted into the program, it would really mean a lot. It would help me a lot.
How we feeling?
That program is Get Fit United. Get Fit United is a program offered by United Way of St. Charles in partnership with Anytime Fitness and Ochsner Corporate Wellness. Its mission? To change people's lives.
No, I'm not on a diet. I'm on a lifestyle change. This has been a lifestyle change. And if I wouldn't have had the program, I know I would still be where I was at. I was close to 400 pounds. And I'm getting close to 200 pounds now,
But it's not just a weight change for most participants.
It's life-changing. It really is. And I just don't know, like I said, I don't know where I would be, because I think of where I was before. And just coming off the chemo, it kept me going. The program kept me going because I had to go to meetings, because I had to go to boot camp. It kept me going. And if I didn't have that, I just don't know where I'd be. I really don't. I'd be very sick.
2, 1. Y'all are awesome. Last round.
We love it. If I don't know how to do it, I'm going to try it because I'm in it to win it.
Get Fit United!
This summer, a need was discovered by the St. Charles Parish Recreation Department.
We had realized that there was an age cutoff for kids with special needs that were involved at our camps. And we realized that in talking to Parks and Recreation, we had been talking about that, and we realized that inclusiveness was important. And what we didn't want to do is we didn't want to take kids that were too old for the camp and not have a placement for them.
With quick work by St. Charles Parish government, the Arc of St. Charles, and the United Way of St. Charles, a partnership was formed to be able to provide a summer camp for teens and young adults with special needs.
So to have that partnership with the Rec Department, the ARC, and the United Way is all the more the blessing of this community, but is a clear representation of what the St. Charles Parish community is about as a whole, partnerships, and that's what makes this community so special.
Another way your United Way was able to help children in St. Charles Parish was to provide funding for the parish summer feeding program.
Reached out to United Way and said that, hey, we have this summer feeding program that's been going on for the past 25 years, and they stepped in and assisted with making a way for some of these kids to have an enjoyable summer. Because, let's face it, some kids, they may go without a meal for the day.
Innovative partnerships and programs. That's where your United Way of St. Charles is making a difference, including support for a unique therapy program, which will now have the opportunity to offer sessions rain or shine and out of the heat.
We've needed a covered arena for so very long because it's so hot. It's uncomfortable for the riders and for the horses and for the volunteers. It makes classes very difficult when the heat index kicks up. So the covered arena will help us with no blazing sun. In addition to, if it rains, it doesn't worry us this time because we can ride during the rain or after a rain. The United Way of St. Charles got this whole project with the covered arena started. You guys have always known that we need a covered arena for our riders and for our financial footing. And so we were selected for the Day of Impact grant, which was $15,000.
We have a lot of rainouts, especially summertime. Just to knock some of the heat off of us, keep the sun off of us is great, because it gets hot out here, really hot.
It's kind of like riding a horse in Minecraft. Because of it's like, all you gotta do is face that way, and then that's the way that the horse would go.
Another innovative program the United Way of St. Charles financially supports is the Destrehan High School Handyman Crew. The Handyman Crew students get real-world projects, and St. Charles Parish residents get a service that greatly impacts the quality of their lives, one family at a time.
Next thing I know, he had to hit the media, and I seen him coming this way, and just bam, and it just was chaos after that.
But the counselor at my school, when I told her, I was like, well, we need a ramp built for my mom to come home because she can't walk up the steps. She was telling me how they have a class at the school, the workshop class, and I knew about the class, but I didn't know that they come out and build stuff for people. I just thought it was something they practice at school. One day, I came home and the ramp was here, and I was like, oh my God.
It was 2 days before Christmas, and I asked my crew, said, look, we need this ramp done. Can we do it in 2 days? And they said, let's go.
The Destrehan Handyman Crew provides the labor, and your donations to United Way of St. Charles provide the materials for the ramps and also provided an enclosed trailer for their tools and supplies.
Well, the first thing, they give us the names of the people that are in need, because I have no idea, the school has no idea. Second of all, they fund it. Their funding has made, at least just from us, 7 to 10 people be able to get in and out of their homes. I think it's a much better experience for the students to get out and not in that controlled environment and see the real world. You need to make sure that you're organized, you're working together as a team, everybody's doing their job.
I've been on a few jobs. I gave the United Way, might not be that much, you know, they take out maybe $3,000 a week or $4,000, but it adds up. Because somebody gonna need, and somebody not gonna have. I never thought in a million years this would happen to us. I never did. That's life. Y'all gotta excuse me.
They came out, they assisted, and that's what it's all about, helping people in need. And I tell you, the United Way is, just to describe them in one word, I'd say they're awesome.
Without your support, we couldn't do the things that we are doing.
United Way is just such a wonderful agency. They just do so much.
There's so many things the United Way does. There's so many programs y'all sponsor, so many people y'all help in this parish, and it all goes to a good cause, and it all goes in the parish. You know, it's all given back to the people of the parish.
If someone is out there who haven't heard of the St. Charles Parish United Way, I would advise you just to look around you. For every part of this community is impacted by the St. Charles Parish United Way.
Great things happen in St. Charles Parish when friends, families, co-workers, and neighbors live united.